Where are we going?
We're going to Paley.
We're going to Paley. We're going to go see Dr. Feldman. Are you excited to see Dr. Feldman?
Yep.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's definitely been a while.
What are we going to do there?
Well, is it like a? I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like a check-in.
Yeah, check-in. Yep, it's a pre-op appointment.
Yeah, it's a pre-op.
So we're gonna sit down with him and talk about everything that's gonna come in the next 6 months. We're gonna do some stuff for him. He's probably gonna want you to move your arms around for him and he's gonna check your lat muscles and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. And then we will have our final surgical plan.
Woo!
All right, well, let's get your hair tamed. And then we'll get something to eat, and then we'll hit the road. Hit the road, Jack.
Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more.
Hit the
road, Jack. Don't you come back no more.
Hit the road, Jack.
Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more.
Hit the
road, Jack. Don't you come back no more.
Walking, so I know how you walk already, because I can see you on the internet. Okay, so this leg goes fully straight, and how far can you bend it up?
Well, if I move over here, I'll put my left leg over here.
Oh my god, look at you. So I would say you're about 90. I would say 0 to 90 pretty easily. Can you kick this leg for me? It's amazing. She only has like 2 over 5 strength of her quads, yet she can walk without braces. I don't understand it. Straighten this leg up.
That's as far as I can do it, just like with my leg.
What about, it'll actually get stronger as you get bigger, sweetie. And how about this side? This is like 5 degrees to 95 degrees.
Oh.
So what's a 90? This patella is a little bit of an issue, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Does that bother you, this one?
It bothers me.
Does this hurt you at all?
No,
Or
but
we're gonna leave it alone?
it doesn't bother me like without the patella strap or just with the AFO one.
We call it her weird
Can you
patella.
straighten out, sweetie? As she gets bigger, her quads are gonna get stronger and stronger.
Right.
And so I think over the next year you're gonna see even stronger quadriceps. Look at the valgus.
That looks like a heart.
What hurts on your hip? Which hip?
So I think it's like both of my hips. But whenever I'm like kind of standing and kind of sitting, it's like it like I don't know, like I don't know if it's like a tendon or a muscle or something. But it's like, but for some reason it
What?
The everlasting question.
What?
I don't know if it's like a tendon.
Andrew got that part. What do you think? What do you feel?
But I don't know, but like it's like from here up to like here.
It hurts?
Yeah. I don't know why though.
Well, forget the whys. I'm supposed to tell you the whys. I'm supposed to give you the whys. So tell me where it hurts when you do that. And it's not when you're standing.
I mean, it is kind of when I'm standing because my weight is like pushing down.
And where does it hurt? And it hurts right in here?
Yeah, it hurts like right in this.
But not over here.
No.
Over here.
Yeah, more like on top.
So I just think it's probably a muscle that's getting tired because you don't have great. So what happens is you don't have great strength in your quadricep muscle, which is a muscle in the front of your thigh, and you're using every bit of it to stand or to partially stand. And when you do that, that's causing us to really get tired, and that tired causes pain.
Yeah.
It's okay with you? Is that a decent answer?
She agrees.
Lie down on your back for 1 second. This is the most cooperative I've ever had you on.
Are you still gonna do the plates?
Woo!
No?
She doesn't need plates.
8 plates, it sounds
She doesn't need 8 plates.
Really?
No.
Well,
She
that's
needs-
a relief.
Yeah, she doesn't need 8 plates. What she needs is her patella done at some point, but I want her to see how she does with strength first. before I start
You
walking.
were worried about
I know,
her
that's
being
what-
knock-kneed and
It's not. So what happens is, that's what we were just saying just now.
So the extras.
The extras are wrong. The extras are taken like this.
Right.
With her kneecap forward.
Right.
Kneecaps on the side. The extras should be taken like this.
Uh-huh.
And now she's straight.
Well, but when you saw her walking,
I
you
know, I'm
said
going to see
she
her
was
again. But I'm going to see her again right now walking, but I'm not worried about that so much.
okay.
So I don't want to do any 8 plates. Okay. Can you lie down here again, listening?
Bring your elbows to touch behind your back. Try it, just try it.
Pull as hard as you can.
Pull that way. Alright, Anna, this is what I want you to do. You're hanging here. I want you to try to pull yourself up, like you're gonna try to pull your head above my hands. Can't pull down at all?
I mean, I can pull if you just.
I'm gonna show you something. See this?
Yeah.
You know, if I would do this, you see how I'm doing this with my elbows, trying to get them to touch behind my back? Can you try to do that? Try to get your elbows to touch behind your back.
Kind of, I can.
She's really grown a lot. She's got a lot more contraction. Can you try to squeeze a little? Okay. And squeeze this one a little. Good. And now squeeze. Now squeeze. Relax. I'm gonna hurt you a little bit.
Ow.
I'm sorry. And now squeeze. Okay. And now squeeze. Relax. And now squeeze. She has more strength with her wrist inflection and extension.
Down.
Okay, can you walk to Katie, please?
Whoa.
Turn
She's
around.
2 or
Walk
5
straight.
quads. You tell me how she does it. Tell me how she does it.
Beautiful.
So here's what I think right now. I think, so from my perspective, I think her left foot needs to have something done for it. Either casting and then surgery. It's time to get that foot a little further to the ground. It's just not doing it. And that's what she's intoing more than anything else. She's really walking very beautifully, actually.
Because
In terms of
Mom
her,
was doing Q&A with me, and she asked me, would you rather be
I would not transfer to latissimus. For sure not.
And I said, kind.
100%
And she was
no.
like, why? And I was like,
It's just
because
not big
sometimes
enough.
you do
It's not
beautiful
strong
things.
enough.
That's worth
It will
putting on
not
a
work
shirt.
enough.
That's a
It is a
great
worthless
quote.
operation
I
for
like
her.
it.
And
You're gonna
her
have to
anxiety
I'm going to. I'm
was
going to.
coming up.
I know. But
I said,
she needs to work on
this.
therapy in her arms. And then we can see where we can go with her wrist or her elbows.
Because then we
You
put
know,
that
we
on.
want to work on a lot
Do
of
you write this
strengthening
down?
while
Do
she's
you have a
here.
notebook
I want to
with
work on that
notes?
left foot while she's here. I think
Yeah.
her rotation is a little off.
Since
We'll just see how that
Ellen's
goes. We'll see what that
illustrator,
is. I want to sit on Mom's lap. I want to talk to you. So listen, so here's what I think. I think that, you know, your feet, Fran, are going to work with. We need to work on strengthening your quads, work on strengthening your knee. It's possible while you're here, we're going to do something for your kneecap with a rotation of your femur, maybe, because your femurs are rotated inward and your kneecap is outward, which is not a great thing to have. So the first thing we do is we rotate you outward a little bit, and that's actually treatable. We'd use that, we'd leave that rod that's in there now, we just rotate right around that bone. We're going to see if we need that in the next month to see how you're doing with your femurs with Fran. And I want to see how you're walking. I want to talk to her. But this rotation of both of your femurs, you can't fix the kneecap without first rotating your femurs because the femur has to be perfect rotation to do that. Okay? You're amazing. You're walking beautifully. You're running. Your feet are going to be a problem. We'll fix them when they need to be fixed. They don't need to be fixed now. I want to talk to you about the transfer of the muscle for your biceps. I don't think we should do that operation. It's a big operation that I don't think is going to work enough to make you happy enough to do it. Your muscle there to move is pretty small. And I said I'd go look and see if it's okay, and then we wouldn't do it if we couldn't. But I looked again at the MRIs, and I recently did a boy who I just had to open then close again. And I know the size it should be, and I was examining you with Dr. Hoosier. So I really don't think we should transfer that muscle. There are other things we could do as time goes on, and maybe some other muscles that we can work with. We're even working on transferring muscles from other places. We're working on some things to work on. But right now, we shouldn't take the muscle from your side and do it. Because you don't, that surgery is not going to make you good enough.
Do you understand what he just said?
I know, you don't like what I just said. I understand you don't like what I just said because I want to transfer it, but I want to do something that's going to make you better. And that's not going to make you better. It's just going to give you a scar for no reason. Even how hard you work and how great you are, it's not going to do enough. But we are working on muscles from elsewhere that I can use to plug in there. And I'm going to work on that. We'll figure this out. Okay?
Do you understand? So your back muscle, is just not strong enough.
It's just not strong to lift up your arm. And it would be a waste of surgery. It would be a big operation with a lot of therapy afterwards, and it's not going to be your fault. It won't work enough. I promise.
And you want it to be nice.
But there's
and
lots of
strong,
reasons
right?
to be here until February because I need to look at your legs. I need to look at some of these wrists until they start stretching them out. I want them to start some serial casting of this too, one at a time. Which one do you use more, the left or the right?
So you want to straighten them even though she's
Well,
stronger?
I want to see what happens if we I don't want to straighten them surgically. I want to see what they would do if they can get them straighter a little bit, if that gives her more fine control over time.
Okay.
When I examine her now, there's no reason to straighten. I would never do that, like that carpal roller section. Forget that. That's a bad operation for her. But let's see what happens if we can just like sort of serial splint or serial cast her wrist to get it upright, if that gives her more function, more fine control. So there's a lot of things we can work on. I'm going to speak to both the occupational therapist and the physical therapist. We'll intervene with surgery if the rotation should be done now while you're here, because that may be. As opposed to treating the kneecap, we just treat the rotation so she can walk straight forward. You're beautiful. Did you understand that? Is that okay? You're disappointed? Are you a little disappointed?
Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed because I wanted it.
I know.
Now, I was thinking to myself in the car, if I did do it and it actually worked, I would be like Nisha, another hamster, because she swings one arm, I think it was her left arm, and she can lift her other arm without having to swing it. So I thought to myself, since my left arm is not the one that I use so much, then this one would be the only one that would do the same thing.
Can you show me? You could try to lift this one up now. Show me how you swing it.
So if I swing it, then that would.
Do it again. She has a little bit of a bicep. Go again. She does have a little bit of a bicep there.
How do you feel about not doing the lat to bicep transfer? Are you okay to
Is
work
it okay?
on some other
We're
things?
going to work on your lat strengthening while you're
Figure
here
out
too.
how to.
And maybe we'll repeat the MRI. Maybe if we really work on strengthening a lot, we'll repeat the MRI and see if it got any bigger. Okay?
See if they can e-stim her lat.
Yeah, I want to e-stim her lat, e-stim her bicep
Okay.
while they're doing it. I mean, they have a couple months here. We have some time. I'll
Yeah.
move around my schedule. I don't want to do surgery that fails. It's the
No,
worst thing in the world.
I appreciate
And
that.
I do love you. You know that, right? You do know that, right? She's so much. You're frighteningly, you were thinking about what you're like. I was thinking on the way here. I was listening to an audible by Yuval Harari on Sapiens. Is it really all real? Or is it all just... I was finishing Sapiens for the reading. We gotta get her feet better. She's lovely. She's doing great. I know. I believe me. I hear you. I just don't want to do the wrong thing. We have a lot of things to look at while she's here. I really love the fact that we can have 6 months, or 5 months, whatever it is, to really figure out what we need, and we'll do it before you go. We can do it all. And so we have some time not to do the wrong thing.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to speak to the therapist. Kate, I'll write it all down with you.
Well, that's
Love you.
well, the first two things up there is my birthday, and the
I already have a guy.
was when I
I
was
see online.
I do.
Hey guys, so as you just saw, we had a complete change of Anna's treatment plan, which can happen. I mean, this is reality, right?
Yeah.
It took, I still don't think I'm fully processed. I mean, we've been planning for this lat to bicep transfer since July of 2019. It was originally scheduled to happen. She had her first MRI in October of 2019, and Dr. Feldman said he could do it then. And it was originally scheduled for March of 2020. And then it was postponed to September of 2020 because of COVID. And then it was canceled in September of 2020 because of COVID. And so we've been preparing, mentally and fundraising for this trip and all these things for like 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So to find out that it wasn't going to happen, first of all, was a shock to me because I'm a planner and I spend a lot of time.
You are a planner.
I am, and I plan and I run scenarios in my head. And honestly, this one, we knew there was a chance that he could go in the day of the surgery and find it not to be viable and close her back up and say, sorry, it's not going to work. We did know that there was a chance of that. He called after her second MRI, after the one she just did recently, and said, it looks like it's there. It's really, it's not huge, but I'll open her up and see. I can say that I am very grateful for Dr. Feldman. I'm very thankful that Anna has a surgeon who loves her as much as Dr. Feldman loves her. Like, he treats her like his own child, and he would never do anything to hurt her, and clearly he's not going to do surgeries on her unnecessarily, and I'm incredibly thankful for that. He's an amazing man, he's an amazing surgeon, and I trust him with her life, obviously.
Yeah.
So I trust his decision, and I'm good with his decision. I'm not upset that he's making this decision. It's clearly the right thing to do. And I'm not like upset over the change in plans. Like he said, we've got plenty of other stuff to work on while we're here. It's not a wasted trip. She may still have a couple of different surgeries depending on how things go and play out over the next 6 months. I guess what upsets me the most about it
Is what?
is just that there's now zero chance of her utilizing her arm in that fashion. That's what breaks my heart. And anyone who knows me and knows us and knows our story and has been following for a while, if you've been closer to us, like the Patreon supporters, for instance, you know that I was actually trying to talk her out of this surgery because it's such a big surgery. It's a huge, huge surgery. And I was nervous about it, and I wanted her to wait and see if she could gain the movement without the surgery, but she wanted this surgery for herself. And she's old enough. Some of you may disagree because you get hung up on her biological age. I know my child. I know her cognitive ability. She's old enough to make this decision for herself, and she wanted this surgery. So I supported her through that. But even if she had decided along with me not to do it, that would have been a choice, right? That would have been our choice not to do it. And so to find out that we can't do it because her body won't cooperate and has taken that option away just hurts.
I know it does. I mean, I'm a little bit disappointed because I wanted it to work my way, so I was able to lift my arm to like feed myself and brush my teeth and do those amazing things that I can't now.
Well, it's not that you can't do them. It's that we have to find a different way.
Yeah, we do have to find a different way. I just can't do them right now without the surgery.
Right. But we'll find another way.
Yeah.
We're gonna do, like Dr. Feldman said, like they said, we're gonna do E-stim.
Lots of therapy.
On the lat and the bicep, and we're gonna try and strengthen them. Maybe if we get some strength in that lat muscle, we can do a repeat MRI to see if things have changed. Later, we can always stay here longer if we need to. I will do whatever it takes. We will do lots of therapy. We'll do some serial splinting and casting on her wrists, and we'll see what we can do with what we have to work with. But as of right now, there's no lat to bicep surgery, and she's no longer, I guess he doesn't feel like she needs the 8-plate knee surgery either. We're going to do serial casting on her legs here starting in September, and we're going to see where we can get with that. She might have surgery on that left foot if we can't get it to just stay where it needs to stay. He may do a femoral rotation on her leg because her knee is so wonky and out of alignment. And that's kind of where we're at. So lots and lots and lots of PTOT, which is why I changed the STARS goal for this next month to raising STARS for therapy sessions, because we only get 30 therapy sessions through the insurance company per year. And she's going to blow through those so fast. I think in November and December, we won't have any insurance coverage for therapy, and the therapy sessions are like $200-300 an hour. So whatever money, we raise on the page through, stars and whatnot, and the GoFundMe, it will go towards those therapy sessions at the end of the year that I'm going to pay for out of pocket until she gets 30 more sessions on January 1st. And that's why we extended our stay until the end of February. Erin and I decided that it was advantageous to just do that outright, knowing that she was probably going to need more therapy, even with the previous treatment plan, than we had planned for. And so we wanted to make sure we were here so she could utilize those therapy sessions starting January 1st and really get, you know, the most done that we can possibly do while we're here. That's what we're here for. So we're going to do all the medical things that we can do while we have our amazing team local. And then we'll go home when we're done. So I know it's a lot to take in, and this is now a very long video. So we'll leave it at that for now. Thank you all so much for the continued support, the prayers, the help, the assistance, you know, just everything. I mean, you guys have just been amazing through all of this. You know, they say it takes a village, and we certainly have an amazing village. So thank you so much for that. And do you have anything else you want to say about it, babe?
Well, just to tell them, because they might be asking, who is Erin?
We might actually sell merch that says, who is Erin? Go ahead.
Maybe on the front it could be, who is Erin? And then on the back could be the answer.
What are you going to tell them? Who is Erin?
Erin is Mommy's friend. Well, I mean, I talk to him too, so he's pretty much both of our friends. And he helped us travel down here. Well, some of the way. And he's a very special guy.
He's a very special guy. Yeah, Erin is my other half, and he's coming. He's coming for us. He's going to be here in 7 days.
And like I say, I'm coming for ya.
And he's going to be here permanently. And
1 week.
in 1 week, he's going to be here, and he's staying. He's here to stay. So we're very happy about that. This is a very big time for our family, our new family. We're growing a new family together.
Now I'll have 2 sets of family.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.